Hi, good afternoon, everybody. It's Fred Anderson here. I'm the coordinator of Awaken the Spirits Soup and Bannock for the Soul, coming to Vancouver Island University November 20th to the 22nd. If you don't have that marked into your calendar yet, please do. And if you can't attend yourself personally, please forward it to other people who you may know might need a little boost or something positive in their life, or maybe going through difficult times, and they need to surround themselves with positive, like-minded people. There is something that I wanted to start off with. There's something that I wrote down. I wrote down long before this presentation, and it's right here on this paper, and I'm going to show it to you guys at the end of this video and show you exactly what I'm doing. Okay? It'll kind of give you an idea that how we're all connected in one way or the other, or maybe some of you, maybe you guys are a little more elevated than others. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I wanted to let you know that Huayamton, my friend Freddie Rowland, dropped by yesterday, and we had a really nice long meeting yesterday, and we also talked about some of our teachers and people that had impacted our lives in our younger years, like, Phil Lane Jr., of course, and Lee Brown, who, I always hold dear to my heart, sharing the stories that he shared with me. When I took a major fall in my life, when I was almost 10 years clean, I went through a major fall in my life. There was a lady, actually two ladies, that have played an influential role in me coming back to where I am today. And that is Maggie Hodgson, who picked me up from the street sometimes and brought me to her home and told me that, Fred, you've got something to give, and told me that my life was worth it. And I couldn't see it at the time. And also somebody who I'd phoned while I was in active addiction. And, she said, Fred, you will come back one of these days. And her name was Pearl Hunt. And Pearl was huge in my life and still is today. And I have nothing but gratitude for them. And of course, Bruce, my sponsor, Bruce today, who is played a huge and a major role in my recovery today. And of course, my mother. I can't go without sharing my mother, because my mother, a lot of the words that I share with you came from my mother, who I have the utmost gratitude for and respect, and so do the communities around her. She's the first that ever taught me about elders, that there are people that are elders, and then we have people that are elderly. And she said that that's really important to note. And, that your growing spirit, is possible for it to stop growing. It's like there's people that you meet that are 50 years old, but they still try to be 18, and there's a reason for that. And they haven't accepted where they're at in their life right now. Okay? So anyway, I wanted to share that today, is that Freddie and I had a nice talk, and we talked about our friends and about where we see this workshop going and in the future. Not just this one coming up in November, but where we see it going down the road. We see a bright future for Soup and Bannock for the Soul, and Awaken the Spirit. And that's what it's about, reigniting that spark that you have in your life. That there are some people where that spark is just drab, they just get through the day, and there are some people that sleep their lives away because they can't see tomorrow. And that's what we want you to do, is we want you to be able to come to this and see yourself bigger than where you are right now. See yourself feeling happier, having more opportunities in your life than you have right now. And I heard that saying, that everything that you have and all that you've got right now in your life, you've accumulated by the person you become. There are some people that don't have anything. There are some people that their worldly possessions are in a shopping cart because they can't see tomorrow. See, and that's where my life was at one time, and I had absolutely nothing. When I came into recovery, I was bankrupt, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally bankrupt. I had nothing. Today I have so much I can start giving away, and that's the cool thing about living a good life, that you can start to give it away now. See, and one of the things I shared last time about friends and about the people you surround yourself with, this is what I want to share with you. is never let somebody else who's already given up on their life, given up on their dreams, thrown away their gifts, talk you out of yours. See? And I want you to surround yourself with good people that are going to help you and nurture that spirit so that you can become all you can be. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to be 65 years old and still in the same place. I don't want to be 65 years old and just getting by, or living from paycheck to paycheck, or just surviving. I want to be living when I'm 65, and I want everybody in this country is going to know what soup and bannock for the soul is by the time I'm 65. I can guarantee you that. You know what? Right now I'm working on my dream. This is my dream. I remember dreaming 20 years ago, I said, we should have a conference with no issues. And all the people in my circle went, what? No issues? What do you mean? What are you talking about? They couldn't see it. But today, I see it. I see a conference with no issues today. And you know what? I never forget Phil Lane's dream many years ago. He wanted to see that all First Nations communities be dry by the year 2000. And I can see the passion in his eyes that he really believed it. And I still have that stake that I dedicated my life to personal development and healing in 1986. And I stabbed it into the ground and I made that commitment. And I never forget that, Phil. I need to tell you that I want to say thank you. That you taught me that if you don't have a dream, you don't have a goal, you don't have anything. You need to have a dream. That's why I see this, conferences with no issues. Soup and bannock for the soul. See, isn't that neat, eh? How your life starts to create, your future. The best way to predict your future, this is one thing I'm going to share with you. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Create your own future. Make your own reality and make it a good one. I sure hate to live I tell people, boy, I sure hate to die in a bad mood. Be in my coffin and have a grumpy face in my coffin. I want to be something happy. This is what I want to share with you now. See, we're like-minded. I want you to, most of us are good at math. I'm going to share, remember I told you I wrote something down, okay? And I want you to answer this out loud. If you're watching the video, answer it out loud. Okay, what's 3 plus 3? 4 plus 2? 7 minus 1? 1 plus 5? 10 minus 4? 2 plus 4? Okay, what's the first vegetable that comes to your mind? Quick, vegetable, vegetable. Say it out loud. Say it out loud. Vegetable. Got it? Okay, good. Carrot. So if you thought the way I think, we're like-minded. And I look forward to seeing you guys here. And remember that we all have a purpose in life. It doesn't matter who you are. Just like you have a past, we have a purpose. And there's a reason for you being here right now. Regardless of how you feel about yourself, regardless of what you tell yourself when you look in the mirror, there's a reason for you being here. And if you've got kids, you have an obligation to start working on yourself, because when you invest in yourself, you invest in your kids. It reflects on your children. See? And if that's a gift you want to give to your kids, is to give them purpose. When my kids were small, right from when they were babies, I said, you're gifted. You're special. One day the whole world's going to know you. And they all go, yep, yep. And they all forget that. And never forget that to this day. I told them that every day. Right from Nevada, right to Shayna, right to Courage, right to Dino. That I told them, you're gifted, you're special. Even my son Kent, I tell him that he's such an amazing, amazing man. I'm sure he's got the gift of his grandpa when it comes to music. So with that, when I'm done this, another thing I want you to ask you to do, please. Think about somebody that has given you something in your life. Maybe helped you through a difficult time. Maybe given you something at the right time. Somebody that maybe brought you through a difficult moment in your life. Pick up the phone and phone them and say, thank you. And I'll guarantee you this, that most of them are going to say, you know what? I really needed to hear that. Thank you. And you phoned at the right time. Thank you so much. There's nothing more than the gift of words that will help somebody. It'll last longer than a physical gift. when you say something to somebody and tell them, you know what? You're a special person. Thank you for everything that you've done for me. So in closing, thank you, Phil. Thank you, Maggie Hodgson. Thank you, Lee Brown. Thank you, Bruce. I can't say his last name because of the program I'm in. You know who you are, Bruce. Thank you, Angie, who's my wife. She taught me to be a man, taught me to be a father, taught me to be a good person. And thank you to my mother and my stepfather, Willie, who raised me. Thank you for always believing in me. Thank you so much. I will never forget it. It's something I hold dear. And the people that I've forgotten, you know who you are. I got so many people in mind that helped me through some trying times. But the people that I'm sharing with right now are people that believed in me. Pearl Hunt believed in me when I fell. She knew I would come back. I got comeback power. I got comeback power. I'm a no matter what person. I'm going to do it no matter what. Right, Patrick? Thank you for being my friend, Patrick and Freddie. Have a great day. Phone somebody. Remember, carrot. Have a great day. Thank you. It's a good gift.